What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Today is gonna be such a good day. Let's get it. How's everyone doing today, man? I'm in such good mood right now. We got new cards. New cards always puts me in such a great mood. I'm excited. It's going a lot better than I thought too, so that's really exciting. A lot of different brews for you guys today that I want to show off. We've already been able to record 3 full videos with some bangers. I've got 2 new decks that I'm wanting to try out with you guys. Have no experience playing them yet, so we'll see how it goes. Typically it takes a long time to get these things dialed, but I played 1 game so far with the deck we're going to start out with, and it went really well, so I'm excited. Things have been going pretty good today. But what's going on? Who do we have here today, man? We got Steve-O, Wicked, Gregums, Crafting Gamer, Brody. What's up, brother? Oh, Brody, I saw your message. I was reading it and I was busy when I was trying to read it. I'm going to try to get back to you tonight, okay? Brendan, what's going on, brother? Cams, what's up? Yeah, my birthday was yesterday, actually. It was a pretty busy day for me. I did a lot yesterday. Alex, Orega, Sean, Brendan, David, what's up, what's up? Blob, how you doing? Spider time. It's funny, I haven't played any spiders. I already have decks that are, you know, it's so funny, guys. I don't know why I am this way. I really don't. I already hate certain archetypes. Like, I already have a disdain for for things like mayhem and stuff. I always feel like when we start the early access, there's certain things that like people play right away, and like, I don't know, maybe I missed it in the forums or something, I don't know, but it's like everyone's on the same page on what's going to be really good, and I'm never on the same page because I'm always just making really silly things and not really, I'm probably not studying enough. But mayhem, man, I played against it like the first 8 or 9 games in a row, and I was like, dang, there's already an early access meta. I was so upset. I had to add in graveyard hate. I had to add in a vacuum into one of my decks that I did not want to put it in, but it started shutting down the mayhem decks, and it was awesome. But there's certain deck lists already that I'm definitely not going to be playing. I'm probably not going to be playing mayhem. I've been seeing a lot of spider, like tribal sort of things, so I'm probably not going to play that either. I want to play things that I don't see other people playing. It's hard to do in early access because there are some things that stand out that are really good, like spiders and stuff, but I know there's going to be a lot of content around that stuff, so I'm going to try to avoid most of that. And try different things. Might not be as powerful things, but hopefully, you know, pretty exciting stuff. I've got a couple decks in here that I think are pretty strong too. Wampa, what's going on? Jack, what up? Whitney, hope you had an amazing birthday. I did, man. Thanks for asking. Brooke, what's going on? Spencer, first stream I was able to make it to. Let's go. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. I saw you playing on Ash's Twitch and wondered why you weren't streaming. Oh, did I play against Ash Lizzle today? I don't even remember. Did she have a different name on here than Ash Lizzle? Because I don't remember seeing her. Why weren't I? Yeah, I wasn't streaming because I typically like to keep my streams at the same exact times every day. And when I first start out the early access events, it's a little chaotic for me building the decks in the morning and stuff, and I think that'd make for a boring stream. So I try to get my deck list built throughout the day, play test them, and then hopefully when I do stream, we're a little bit more, you know, dialed. But hoping to see some in Web Tricks. Trust me, that's the first deck list up. It's going to be really awesome. I just played 1 game with it, and it was really awesome. I was able to tax my opponent by like 20 additional mana because I just kept enwebbing, you know, the overpowered taxing card. It was so sick. Striker, thanks you, I appreciate that. Thanks for the birthday wishes. But the silly things is why we are here. Good, I'm glad, because you're gonna get all of that today. Saw that saffron olive switcheroo earlier. Did you see it coming? No, I did not. That might be hands down the coolest thing I've ever seen. I was all about that. I actually ended up making my own version of it. I haven't played it yet. This is one of the ones on the list to try out. But he inspired this one. I have no idea how he did his, but I do know the basics of it. You get out the Herald, you let your opponent basically kill you, and then you bring out the Wither here to swap their life totals. That was amazing, and I put this one together. And it actually seems like, I genuinely think this might work pretty well because it works off a lot like the Abzan build we just put out a couple days ago, where we get the loner down and then we try to station it with our stuff here. And then this actually works really well with finding our Wither. So we should have no problems, I feel like, with the consistency of actually getting this combo to land. So when he did that to me, I was like, man, I really feel like we could build a really cool deck around that. And here's what we landed on, man. I'm obsessed with this card, by the way. It's made it in almost every single build I've had. It's such a great card for just finding what you need when you need it and just getting you out of like mana trouble and stuff. This card is so good, man, which is why I'm literally splashing red is just for this one card. But I'm excited to try that one. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. Who needs slivers when you've got spiders, right? What about Mayhem and Monument of Endurance? Monument of Endurance is exciting. I definitely will try that down the road, for sure. Keep being the underdog, Brewer. I'm trying. Much rather see the new stuff than the same 1-3 yeah. Swayze and most streamers will let people cook even if they know what's coming in early access. Yeah, for sure. I was watching Mythic Mike play Gruul Spiders against you and it looked crazy. Yeah, spiders do look very, very strong. Shield Maiden is her account name? Oh, I don't remember seeing that. Maybe she probably whooped me, huh? Happy belated. It's been a while since I've been here. Looking forward to what's new. Yeah, her in-game name is Shield Maiden. I'm remembering that now, but I don't remember seeing it today. I've been so spacey about who I've been playing. There was a run that I went on though where I played like CGB and then like Jim Davis. I noticed that, but I really love the Cage Halana deck. Any possible additions from the new set? Yes, we just built a full-on counters build in Naya. It's a completely remade Halana sort of build. I took Halana out because I had to squeeze in some other stuff, but this is the most powerful deck we played today was our counters build. It was very good. I think I went on like a 7-1 terror with the deck. It was really good. It took a little while to dial it in. I tried playing Halana early on, and that's when Saffron actually, Saffron Olive cooked me. I had to remake that deck like 4 times, but once the final build happened, we went on like a 7-1 run. It was really good. What's the anti-venom card in Omen Paths? In Omen Paths, good question. I actually almost was going to put it in this deck, but I couldn't really figure out a way to put it in here. Let me see. Its name is Verilax. Verilax is the card. Bro, I stopped by Mana Man and caught the Coma Bomb as you killed him. It was so happy to have you getting the... Oh, dude, the Coma. I also have Coma in the deck you guys are about to see. Coma's been really good, man. But yeah, that sort of Grixis Reanimator deck with Coma was so wild. It's one of my favorites so far. Steven, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream. Spider-Man out already? Didn't we just get a new set? Yeah, right? Yes, it has. It has definitely sped up. Mike loves those little aggro decks. 2 months till Avatar. I know, 2 months, right? And then Avatar hits. I think Avatar is going to be a big one too, man. I think that's going to really bring a lot of interest back into Magic. Where can we see these matches? You're going to get some videos popping up tomorrow. Well, tomorrow we're going to get a video, and then every day this week. I'm trying to get 6 videos so you guys can have videos all the way through until the following Tuesday when the cards come out. I'll probably get more like 5 videos. We'll see. But let's just jump into it. I want to make sure I'm catching up with chat and stuff, but we do got to jump into some games. And I'm probably going to be recording some of these games and using some of them for footage and stuff. So I'm on these early access events, I always feel a little bad, but I won't be talking to chat as much. But I want to say thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. This first one we got up on the list, though, is this Bant Sling deck. And I have been having a lot of fun. I mean, I've only played 1 game so far, but it was ridiculous. We basically like to tax them with our enwebbing abilities, going back and forth in and out of the battlefield. There's a sort of token game plan, too. We've got the Spider-Man guy. This creates tokens when it leaves the battlefield. This creates tokens. So we do have Elspeth. And what's nice about Elspeth, and the reason why I have Coma in here, is because with Spider-Man, if you flip him over, he can actually get legendary spells in for 3 mana and in webbing. So I could, in theory, get Coma and I can get Elspeth in for only 3 mana. It's pretty ridiculous if it goes off. I've only played 1 game and we won, and it was really cool. So let's lock in. Let's lock in, guys. Thanks for being here again. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, everybody who's made it for the first time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very, very much. And away we go. Let's do this. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I'm always recording. I don't want to forget that too, just in case. We may have to tweak some things along the way and change it up, but just in case it works out first try, you never know. All right, here we go. We got the opponent going first. Our hand is not good though. Off the bat, pretty bad start here. I do have the enwebbing for 3, but I don't have green. Yeah, gonna have to send that one away. This is better. This is better, but I don't have a way to station the light stall Inquisitor. This is a pretty rough start, man. I'll have to just deal with it though. I don't want to take another mulligan. There's no way. All right, we get a Selesnya Surveil land with the starting town. Go ahead and get in there, Inquisitor. Let's see what their hand's all about. I need more information here, because with early access, you need as much information as you can get, because you never really know what you're playing. My guess is Spider Tribal sort of situation though. Okay, they just throw away a starting town. Darn it. Well, I guess I'll go get a green source off of this. There's no reason to have it come in untapped. I like having the counterspell. That makes me feel pretty confident in, you know, protecting my creatures later in the game. I'm really glad they haven't done much yet. It's a pretty slow start for them, and I like that. Okay, here we go. Johnny, come on down. Finally something that can actually be tapped and webbed. All right, and the opponent still hasn't done much. Ouroboros. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. At least this has flying, I guess, which can get over the top. I don't know if we can do anything about that, though. That's going to be a real issue for me, but at least I can make some chump blockers. I guess that's something to be excited about. I get the land. I need double white for the Beza. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Not able to get attacks through this big wall though. This thing is going to get out of control. I just don't have, unfortunately, removal for that. I don't think we put... Oh, you know what? I have Elspeth. That would be a good removal spell for it. Okay, doubling the effects of ETBs. Okay, sure. They get double the spiders. Those have reach too, which takes away my flying over the top with the Johnny. Yeah, just not... This one's just probably not my game. Probably not my game. Okay, that actually helps a lot because I can get that down and start tapping things manually, which will allow me to web things a little bit easier. I guess I get some treasures off of this too, which I can dig, but that doesn't gain me life. It doesn't draw me cards. Okay, I think I just played this. And might as well get the Spider-Man down. Okay, so I get another spider to chump block with. I got 2 little guys here. Let's go ahead and tap. Let's tap the Inquisitor. What do I want to bounce back to my hand, right? That's the big question. Probably you. That'll work. All right, we're definitely not having the start that I had last game, but it's okay. It's just really this Ouroboros I'm having an issue with. I need to probably add some removal into this deck, but we'll see. The way things are looking right now, yes, you definitely have to. All right. They are touching a lot of my cards right now. I'm really worried that they're gonna pump something with trample maybe, or I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, these things are all really good things to bounce. This is probably not something to bounce though. Okay, no instant speed stuff. That's good. Another interesting way to get some mana down here. Let's use this to tap you, get this in, I guess, with its ability. Oh, I gotta pay mana to do the ability though. Is that smart? I don't know. Is there a way to undo that? No, I'm already stuck with the decision I made, huh? I just don't think there's any way I can win this anyways. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Didn't realize that cost 2 to do that ability. That's tough. This can become a flyer if I get it to 12. Block, block. Yeah, I'm cooked. But I can bounce back this and counter something, which is pretty cool. I do like this intrusion quite a bit. I think it's a great card. I think it's a great card. I would say maybe adding like Sheltered by Ghost to the build, but bouncing all my stuff back and forth is not something you want to have a Sheltered by Ghost in, I feel like, but who knows. Obviously Get Lost is a great card, but are we just dead here? Sure looks like it. Yep, that'll do it, unfortunately. Alrighty. Let's take a look at it again one more time. I mean, they really ran away with that because of one card, like one creature card that I just didn't have an answer for. But again, I have Elspeth, which could blow that up. Let me see real fast. 1-1 right now. Okay, so we've got the intrusion. Maybe the Beza is not the play, because the Beza is really cool, obviously, for getting in and out of the battlefield for value, but and it can get cheaper because of the ability off of the Silk Tech. But it's a pretty expensive card to bring in and out of the battlefield a lot. 4 mana, being able to cast that over and over again is pretty tough. I do ramp though. Maybe this is the card we cut. Maybe yeah, I think we, man, that's a tough decision actually. I don't know. Maybe we cut down 1 intrusion because we probably don't need that many. We probably cut down the Beza. We probably go Get Lost. Get Lost, and then I actually think I'd rather throw this out and get this because it can go search up Coma and stuff like that too, which is really cool. I think that looks a lot better and a little bit cleaner. Token, lands, tokens. Yeah, I got a pretty good go wide strategy. Coma's the finisher. Got the removal now with Elspeth. All right, I think I like this a little bit better. I'm a sucker for cosmetics. Yeah, me too, man. I love the cosmetics. Yo, Swayze, how's the new set? It's good, man. I've been having a lot of fun today with it. Like a lot of fun. I've got some really interesting builds coming your way, man. I'm skipping Spider-Man and Avatar. Just looking forward to Lorwyn and the new Strixhaven set. Ooh, is Strixhaven next year? That would be sick. The last year has given me post RDW stress disorder. Every new set, I'm looking forward to the new cards I can play, but I fear new buffs Red might get. That's fair. I don't think Red got a whole lot in this one. I mean, Red and Black mayhem, but I didn't even know today was early access. It came as a surprise. I know. It kind of snuck up on me too there for a second. I have to stay somewhat relevant, but mostly I'm skipping it. Hard to come back from Ouroboros staying alive. Exactly. If you let Ouroboros stay more than 1 turn on the field, you're probably going to lose because there's probably other creatures there already getting value from it too. Have you played with the Peter Parker camera yet? I have not, dude. It's quite literally the most interesting card in my opinion, and I haven't even played with it yet. We might play a 6th deck list that I just built completely around a camera. We'll see. It's just hard because with the early access, you want to play a lot of new cards in your deck as much as you possibly can. Spider-Man's tricky because there's not a ton of new cards. It's a smaller set, so it's hard to cram in a ton of new cards into one thing. But when I played the camera, I wasn't able to find other Spider-Man relevant cards to play with it that I liked, so it's a little tough. And web is going to be a problem. I can see that now. You think so? I don't know. I think it's a pretty fun. I think in web's going to be a problem with like pixies and stuff for sure. I do think there's going to be a world where there's a couple of webbing cards. and you bounce back your pixies too, and that deck's already so toxic and good. There is no cosmetic for Omen Paths, I don't think. Oh, is there not? I can't wait for Atla. First Walking Dead one released. It does remind me of the Madness mechanic. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Secrets of Strixhaven is releasing next year. I'm very excited for it. That's exciting. That's really exciting. I love Strixhaven. The set mechanics are going to be good. Change, especially as fast as the format changes. It will be over before you know it. Very true. Very, very true. All right, guys, here we go. I got to lock in here again and see what we can do. Opening hand. Yes, we do like it. Yeah, we do like this. This is good. We've got ourselves an enwebbing combo here. Oh, perfect. I like that. We get to bounce that out of off the field with our station land. All right, so we're Jund. No new cards yet. Could be a Roots deck. I hope not, but it could be. Lightstall Inquisitor. Give me some information here. Gonna need some info, my friend. Up against Jim Davis. I played against him quite a bit today. Seeing a lot of big names today. Well, they're having a hard time deciding which card to put off to the side here, which is good. I mean, that it might be disrupting something pretty important here as far as his combos go, but guess we'll see. Dave, what's going on? Okay, what'd they decide on? They decided on the Calamity. Ooh, that's an expensive card to just willingly, you know, tax there. They might have another one. I don't know. They might have another one. They might have like a surprise. I guess this being held open at all times might be pretty important. So this is a what? Normally it's a 6 mana card. And then surprise is also, I think, 6 mana. So once they get around 6 mana, we got to make sure we're holding our counters and our instant speed nonsense. All right, so for starters, we attack. Then we state, whoops, undo that. Then we station. Then we ramp. Let's go, ramping up, baby. Okay. And let's station again. I don't really have any enchantments I want to copy or artifacts I want to copy. I just like to get these maxed out on stations. If you can, just do it. I guess I should probably focus on the green ones though. It gives me more mana for each creature I control. What does that do? Mill 5 cards. When you do this, Saga deals damage equal to the greatest power among creatures in your graveyard. Okay. Well, I get to take a look at their hand and I can tax their, I can really tax their, what's it called? Their instant and sorcery speed cards, which could be super good. Let's station this though. In web, I get a token. And Overlord is, okay, so I'm gonna choose instant speed cards because, again, I'm worried about the surprise. We're definitely worried about the surprise. And then I can actually counter an instant or sorcery speed spell with this, pull this back, but that's not going to help me against an opponent who's running all creatures in their hand currently. I guess, could I have chosen enchantment as a type? Spells chosen other than creature. I should have chosen enchantment, actually. I wonder if I chose enchantment, would that affect the overlords because the overlords are technically still creatures? I don't know. Probably. Okay, so anything that targets this gets cost. It deals 3 damage and it costs more. Where am I getting the? Oh, it's my own instant speed stuff. Got it. It affects me too. Got it. Okay, well, if that's the case, how do we want to play this next turn? I think we play the land. We don't have a way of bouncing this back to my hand. So let's blow this up. And I guess can't hold a counterspell open. Yeah, I definitely misplayed this a little bit. I should have chosen enchantments. I'm actually pretty bummed that I didn't choose enchantments. I was thinking it had to be instant or sorcery, which is definitely not the case. I need more in webbing too. I need to get, you know, something like this back. Losing that was pretty big because as long as you have 2 in webbing creatures, you can kind of keep going back and forth with the 2 over and over again. But if you only have 1, you're kind of stuck. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. It's got to be the Terror of the Peaks again, right? Yep. And then they just replay that. I mean, I gotta hope I top deck like an Elspeth or something here. Another Get Lost. That's not gonna do it, but at least it's an enwebbing ability. I want to tax the enchantments, I think, so let's start by doing this. Enwebbing it. Okay, and then what do we want to bounce? This, right? So then we tap this. And then we enweb this back to my hand. I mean, the combos are kind of crazy here. More tokens. We choose enchantment. Should have chose that the first time around. And I mean, we might as well. Might as well, right? Can't really attack through that. End the turn. And I still have a counter spell for instant sorcery or activated or triggered ability. That's actually kind of nice. I can counter the triggered ability off the Terror of the Peaks and then bounce something back to my hand. I can bounce this back. That's kind of sweet. Or I can just counter that. Or I can just counter that. I mean, we're doing the thing, man. We're doing the thing, but it's not exactly over. That's for sure. I think I'm in a lot more trouble than our opponent is. I didn't realize they were gonna just reanimate the Terror of the Peaks. I think that's where I made a really big mistake, is I should have read the 3rd line on that saga. Okay, so we start out by attacking. Giving all my creatures vigilance is okay, I guess. Let's do this. Oh, I can't. I don't have a green source. Okay, so if I do this, I can give everything vigilance, attack in, and then we just station this, and then enweb again, and then just choose enchantments again. That's gonna tax them even further, and they can't really afford to attack into me now, I would imagine, unless of course they play their Calamity. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they hit a land drop here and get a Calamity down, they probably win. If they don't hit a land, all of their enchantments are super taxed right now. I think that counts for these, but they're also creatures, so I have no idea. I would imagine they're taxed though, because they are technically enchantments. I'm feeling okay. I need another green source so I can access all this extra mana, man. What a weird game though, huh? What a weird game. These new cards, man, when you get play new cards, it's just always so nerve-wracking. Like, are you playing them right? Are you making the right moves? I definitely didn't make all the right moves in this one, that's for sure, but I'm probably gonna end up losing this one too, I still feel like, because they've got 5 over the top. They can dish out a lot more damage when the entry happens on the Terror of the Peaks trigger. I do like how long it's taking though. What's the plan, man? How much did it cost to pump my field again? It was 5 mana. Yeah, if I get a green land, I think I can play this and then pump the field for the win. Okay, so it was a land, but it's a surveil land, so that means no calamity. I think taxing them for another enchantments with this was a really smart idea, but I think I should have probably taken a token instead of the recruiter, because then I could have also pumped the field the following turn and probably got the lethal. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can win this one, unfortunately. I mean, I can bring in a blocker though. If I get a green source and I play out this, how much mana would I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this would produce 4 more. I don't know. I don't know. Are they gonna attack? They don't attack. Ooh. Let's go! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about, dude. The taxing of the enchantments was everything. Dude, we won because of our taxing, man. And then we held off, what was it, the calamity? Dude, we held off that calamity forever because of that early Lightstall Inquisitor. Boom, dude. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Elspeth off the top. That's what I'm saying, man. That's so funny. I don't think I can win this one immediately. Top decks a win. Yeah, I didn't see how with my current board state in hand how I could get the lethal through. I was like, man, I'm like, I can see like so many ways to get him down to 1, but I couldn't see how to close it. And I was really upset at myself because I think I took the wrong card with that enwebbing ability. But I actually ultimately ended up making the right decision because keeping those tokens was kind of key because they targeted the enwebbing creature. I had just enough with the Elspeth. It all worked out. I can't believe that happened. That was crazy. 1/1s versus Terra. Yikes. That's so funny. It's funny, I just turned on Jim's stream and he's talking about the mistakes he made too. I'm sure, man. It's really tough. I think he made a really big mistake by taking that calamity early with the Inquisitor. I don't think that was the right move. I mean, obviously he's a much better player than I am, but I definitely don't think that was the right move. That's what ended up hurting him because if he was 1 mana short of being able to get the calamity down and it was game over. So that hold off was crazy. That worked out perfect. I didn't know this was a finance stream. All this talk of taxes. Yeah, right. Swayze talking like the IRS. Yep, pretty much, man. We're a tax deck. If you're gonna play against us, you gotta pay the toll. Planeswalker for the win. I always like waiting a few seconds before I start the next game because I feel like we get matched up with the same people a lot, and I like to mix it up. Have you tried Bayo yet? I don't think so. There's always a mistake with the new cards. Yeah, exactly. I've been making mistakes all day. All right, here we go, though. Let's lock in. We got another game here. That's not bad. It's not the worst thing ever. Let's try it. It's a little slow, but could be pretty interesting. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get this in. Let's pay the life, get the Inquisitor down right away. And we got ourselves a Mockingbird. So we're teamer. Oh no, we're Jeskai colors. Foundry, huh? Oh, we're doing some exile and stuff. Oh, this might actually end up helping them with me forcing the exile stuff. Ugh. Okay, that might not be so great. Do I pay life for the Cirrus to come down this turn? How much does this cost to Enweb? 3? I think I just play this. And I don't really care if they block. Naya's pretty rough and annoying. Naya was the first thing that I played today. Naya was the very first deck we played in the event, and it was really good. I had a lot of fun with the card. I didn't play it with any warped cards, but it's a good idea. All right, they're just gonna bounce the Shepherd back. Yeah. I mean, that's cool, but it doesn't take it and put it into exile, which means that they're not gonna get the value off of the exile stuff. Okay, so this can create a reach creature, which can block the Pixie. And then this I'll choose probably blue. Again, I'm kind of willing to trade with either one of these. I don't really care. Sure. Okay. And then I've got options next turn, man. I've got this, which can send something back to get recast, or I've got, I guess in that case, because this costs 2 to do the enwebbing, I guess I could have got more value out of the Angel because it's a 1-drop, and I would have been able to pay 2. Yeah, I probably should have not done that. That was not smart. On second thought. Okay, it's fine though. We have station ability. Station's only at sorcery speed, right? Yeah, it's only sorcery speed. I was just curious because I'm holding an intrusion. What if I sorcery speed tap something down and an intrusion? That'd be kind of cool. Okay, this says whenever a creature another Kavu enters, exile top card. You may play it. Ooh, I love the ramp. Okay. I do love me some ramp. Let's do that. Station you. In web. Here comes the nonsense. We're gonna need another white source, I'm sure. And then might as well just play this out. I don't think we're gonna get too many triggers off of the retreat, but it is a really good card, obviously. I think I need to station just to get some extra mana ramp going for the end game here. End the turn. Okay, so I could play out for the first time the Bant side of the Spider-Man card, Cirrus, which will allow my other things to have the enwebbing for 3. If I top deck a Coma, that would be nasty with an enwebbing ability tied to it. That's like the ultimate dream of this deck, is to get a Coma down through the enwebbing tactics. Okay, as long as they're not pinging me to death, because there's things like, obviously, like Quintoris, which they could play right now. And then there's also the 2-drop enchantment that I've been running all day long that pings you for 1 whenever you play something from exile. Those are the cards that they really need to close out the game, and they don't have either one yet. So I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, they flipped that. I'm honestly okay with that. I could just kill it with the Get Lost. If I do, I can enweb this back to my hand. That's kind of nice. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go ahead and blow this up. That they lose. Oh, they already played the land. They had a land off of that before. Okay, then we get these guys through. Let's just enweb here so we can ramp some more later. And yeah, let's go ahead and station. I don't think they're going to have any haste threats. They might. I may end up regretting that, but I don't think so. Another tactician down, sure. This is really fun though, man. This deck, for sure, this is the most thinking I've done all day is with this deck because of all the enwebbing triggers you can get. It's like, which one do you go for? All right, they're going to copy their own Kavu, which means they get to exile more cards, right? Whenever this or another enters, they get to exile cards. Is it just until they leave the battlefield? As long as you control a Kavu, okay. Well, that's not great. That isn't great. All right, let's get you down. Let's station you. Let's enweb. And we're creating tokens like crazy now. Let's go blue. How many more do I need? I'm at 7. 11, and let's make it an even 12. So I've got a lot of mana to work with now. I don't know if I necessarily want to trade with a Kavu here. They're going to still have another one left over, meaning all these cards in exile are still an option for them. So that wouldn't be very good, I don't think. I really wish I could have been taxing them this whole game because that would have been helpful. But I think most of their deck is also creatures. So that's probably not super relevant either. Would have been good to see their hand, though. I would have liked to have seen what's going on in their hand. I really could use an Elspeth to pump the field. A lot of things could be really helpful here. So this could produce 6 mana now, too. Uh-oh. See, this is where the real problem begins now, though, because they can start dealing damage, but also gaining life, which is really big. They give themselves reach. I guess they had to because they couldn't pump any extra mana into that. Okay, we got our tax spell. A little late, though. Okay, so I can pump the field with this. Can I keep pumping it? So if I have, let's see, 6... All right, I'm going to just do something to check it out real fast. Let's see if I pay this, I get 6 mana, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could technically do this twice. That's not a bad idea, I don't think. I mean, kind of nuts, right? I mean, kind of nuts, right? Oh my god, this card is crazy. And if you add this to the mix, oh my goodness, dude. GG's. GG's. Eric, welcome to the Mardu Mob. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Welcome in, man. I appreciate the support. That means a lot to me. How long was that one? That was 8 minutes, right? I gotta keep track of what's what so I can make sure I don't go overboard on the video. Dude, that was crazy, dude. We had just enough mana for that, too. Mistakes is how we learn. I couldn't agree more, bro. Couldn't agree more. Eric, thanks again, brother. I really appreciate that. I mean, there are mistakes and there's medical malpractices. That's very, very true. That's very true. You mean Token Swayze, King of Tokens? Never. Never. Possibility Tactician. Love that guy. I've been playing Is It Warp, and a Tactician is great. One of the things I wanted to see from him web was station ramping. Wonder if we'll see some more Station Bruce coming out. Maybe. I hope not. Swayze would never do a token deck, right? Nah, not me. You got the wrong guy. They have a Dragon 1010 protection from black. Which dragon is that? Oh yeah, I know which dragon that is. That's true. Andrew with the 26 months in the Mardu Mob. Thank you so much, Andrew, for the re-up on the membership for the 26, brother. I appreciate you. Ready for Spider-Man into the Omen Paths? Ready to get Mayan Web on. Let's go. Almost 9 a.m. on the 18th in my time zone. Greetings all the way to all the Swayze fam from Indonesia. Just finishing my coffee, then fire up the stream. Hopefully see you on the battlefield. What's going on, Brew Lab? How's it going, man? Good to see you, brother. What is the new Mayhem card? There's a couple of them, man. There's a couple new Mayhem cards. Basically, it's forcing you to discard and then getting to play the cards after you discarded them. Blah, appreciate the love, man. I'm so curious what Limited is going to be like for the set. That's a very good question. I heard there was some weird stuff going on with the Limited, like they were going to be doing it differently. Anyways, let's jump into the next one, guys. I'm going to be quiet on the chat here. Let's see what happens. All right, going first. This is a really sketchy hand to keep. I'm going to be real. I mean, I had the removal, but yeah, I'm going to have to mulligan that one. Yikes, that's not good either. That's also pretty bad. Okay, better. Kind of. I don't know, man. I think it's this. Why are we getting such expensive cards to start the games out, man? I need to get some cheap stuff. At least I've got my ramp. I guess this is my favorite card in the deck. I know it might seem very weird why this would be my favorite card, but I think it's the most important. Obviously, ramping, very, very good. Okay, now I need to get a station land so I can get this to tap, and we'll be good to go. The opponent, though, on Zach Fair tells me it's probably going to be Naya counters, and it could be very powerful and very fast. Taking a double mulligan never feels good either. We're off to a pretty rough start, and if the opponent gets rolling here quickly, we could be in trouble. They drop a plains, though. Alright. I definitely expect to see green when you see a Zach Fair. Red is optional, so they are running red. But this is an equipment deck? Very interesting. You've piqued my interest. I can play this for, you know, its normal cost, which is good. And we definitely want to name artifacts, right? Deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control plus the number of equipment you control, which is 2 right now. So yeah, we're definitely going to choose artifact. No question on that one. You guys want to trade? I'm cool with trading. I've got my Yara out here, so I'm just trying to open up the battlefield lane here so I can actually attack with Yara and open up the enwebbing. So all right, so everything costs 1 more for artifacts, so that's not coming down this turn, which is big. So they play their tap land. Makes sense. That card can get pretty out of control. Interesting. Okay, so I guess I'm going to tap and just see what the opponent wants to do as far as blocks go. I'll see. I'm willing to make some trades here. I'm willing to make some sacrifices for the team. I do wonder. Okay, so this is now costing them 4, but I'd like to have it cost 5. So, okay. That is interesting. I would really like to ramp, but I think taking this completely out of the game, it takes precedence here. So we will enweb. This is when I really wish I had a station land, because I could be stationing this and bouncing it with this too. I could be going absolutely nuclear right now if I didn't have to like rely. Oh wait, why was that? Oh, did they get a discount because of one of these? Wait, how'd they play that for? Can I only tax the artifact 1 time? Oh, I see. It only taxes it the 1 time. Okay, well, that was a mistake on my end. I'll definitely trade though. Look at the opponent's hand, choose a card. Spells of chosen type cost 1 more to cast. Okay. So I don't actually get to continuously tax them over and over, I guess. Oh well. I'll figure that out in between this game and the next. Alright, so Yara, come on down. We're obviously going to choose instant. Enters tapped. See, I thought once it's been named, it's like it's established for the rest of the game, but I guess it's only as long as that's out on the battlefield, it's naming that card. Okay. Good to know. Okay. Vigilance and reach 4/4, or do I go for the land? I think I go for the land. It's a 4/3 body too. Okay, so we'll choose a white source. Yeah, definitely a white source. Lacking in that department, so we're good there. I do need a coma or something big. I need something big off the top here. I think maybe knowing now that this doesn't work the way I thought it initially did, I should probably cut it down to 3. But it is a really cheap enwebbing card, so it's hard to justify throwing it out, or at least cutting it down. Well, you're a little bit late. All right, I'm gonna get a chump blocker, I think, and then I'll flip it over. Okay, pass the turn. Okay, draws weren't great this game. All right, Steiner's back down. That's a 4/3 body. They don't swing here. They don't have any mana to give indestructibility, so they're taking a pretty interesting attack here. Oh, they can swap the equipment, giving first strike. Ooh. Okay. That's not what I thought was gonna happen. All right, it's the best I got. It's the best I got, and an Inquisitor. Alrighty, well, that's gonna be a concede, unfortunately. Darn it, okay. I mean, double mulligan, it's bound to happen. You're probably gonna lose most of the time, so I'll take that L. It is what it is. Okay, so let me relearn this card real fast, fast chat. So if I play this card, because in my head I'm like, okay, if I web this on the battlefield and let's say I choose instant speed cards now across the board are always going to cost more, but when I return it and do it again, I can tax it, you know, for 2 mana then 3 mana. But I guess that's not how this works. As it enters, look at the opponent's hand, then choose a card type other than the creature. Spells of the chosen type cost 1 more to cast. I mean, how does that work? Can someone explain that to me? Is it so it can only tax it by 1 and only if this is on the battlefield? Let's say if this leaves the battlefield, does it actually stop taxing the card? I'm actually going to check the footage here real fast on the last game, and I want to see when it left the battlefield if they were able to get the that artifact in for 3. Let me see. So it was right. Was it right here? Yeah. So I played this. Wait, hold on. No, that's not what happened. So did the artifact come in cheaper after this left the field? Let me see. So there was a taxing on the artifact, but then I blocked. How did I do this? Did I block? I'm sorry, guys. I'm watching footage real fast. I just want to see something real quick. Okay, speed it up. So I blocked. So artifacts are no longer cheap, I think. It just didn't work out the way I thought it would. So I don't think I'm gonna get much information off of this. Yeah, that didn't work out. Okay. I really wish I could have Sparky right now, but you can't play Sparky. Lightning's my favorite card that's currently available. I know a lot of people really love that card. It's a good one. I'll tell you that much. Out on the Ceiling is a very strong pixie. What's going on, JH? How you doing? That's correct. If it leaves, the effect leaves. Okay. So I don't know if I necessarily need 3 of these, of course. I think I should probably add in 1 more Serima so I can go fish up my Coma towards the end of the game when I really need it. I think that's probably a little bit better, just adding a little bit more flexibility here. It only stays if it's an emblem, but the way it's worded to me is so strange, because it seems to me like if it said spells of the chosen type costs 1 more to cast, as long as this is, unless this leaves the battlefield, seems a little bit more straightforward to me. I get that it says spells of the chosen type cost 1 more, and it's written on the card as its actual ability. So if the card's gone, that ability's gone. I get it now, and it makes sense. It just it threw me off there. It definitely threw me off. All right, it is what it is. Correct. Is it static to the card on the field? Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm figuring. Okay. Swayze watching game tape, like a true athlete. I know. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Swayze trying to turn it into alchemy. I know. Man, alchemy. That's something I haven't played in a long time. I wish alchemy would have ended up being good, man. I really do. And webbing's good if you want to change the type. That's very true too. All right, so we got the opponent going first. I don't have a way of tapping. Well, I guess I can just attack in, but that's gonna be tricky with an 0-1. I guess we keep it though. It's a much better start than the previous games. Oh, that's good. That's good. I could end up getting this in for super cheap if I don't get interacted with too much here. We'll see. Okay. That's pretty scary. It's very scary. Let's go ahead and get down a chump blocker, but this has trample, so that's not going to be very helpful, is it? This is a 4-3 though. All right, well, they're doing the spider stuff and they are going fast, and I'm going second. This is a otherwise very hard deck to beat regardless. If you're going second and they get a start like this, I mean, not too many things are going to stop that train. All right, an on-tap land is kind of nice because that way I don't have to take damage here. Let's offer the trade, I guess, and see if they take it. Here's the deal. If I play... Because I really want to ramp in with this and then web it, of course. That's kind of the goal here. If I swing in with this, they clearly block here. That would be kind of silly. Yeah, let's just send in this guy. All right, we in web. Gives me a pretty good blocker against the rider here. And then now we can play this without taking damage either, which is kind of nice. I could play it though and take damage so I can ensure I have a counter spell, but this only counters abilities and instant sorceries. We're up against a lot of creature stuff right now. Could play the Elspeth though too. I guess that's an option. Do they have a kill spell? They sure do. At least it traded, I guess. That's kind of nice. I'll trade. That hurts though. That definitely hurts. Options, man. Options all day. I really want to cheat in Coma. I really do. Yeah. So this can be blocked. This can be blocked. But this trample effect is crazy. I feel like maybe I get down this, take that out. Yeah, that's probably the plan. And then I'll just chump block to save Elspeth for the turn. All right, that'll have to work for now. As long as there's no trample, there's a chance I can win this. There goes Elspeth. Okay. Unlucky. Okay. Okay, that's very, very helpful. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the best way to do this? I think it's to get this down. Because it blocks extremely well. If the opponent has a kill spell, though, I'm done. It's over. Okay, they don't have a kill spell. They don't have a kill spell. You're saying there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance. I don't have a station effect, though. Not having a station effect here is brutal because this has... Man. This has vigilance, so I'm going to have to wait another turn. I maybe need to add in like 1 or 2 more station lands because when you don't have the station lands, things get ugly quickly. All right, we're going to send this in, of course. No, don't quit. I was gonna Coma next turn for 3 mana. Dang, that's unfortunate. Well, a win is a win, I guess. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't know, man. I feel like I have a lot of station lands. Like I have 4 station lands and I have 2 of these Saramas. It's like should be able to get some stationing out there pretty consistently, but we've been missing quite a bit. Maybe just one more will do the trick. We'll see. Uno más. I fear that the Gruul Spider, since I play a lot of power and tough creatures early in my decks, that Gruul Spider has been a bit of a headache all day today. It's very, very good. It's very good. I think it's going to be a staple in Standard in some sort of build. Boris the Spider, someone at Wizards is a fan of the Who. Sadly, no angels in the Spider-Man set. Yeah, I don't think there's any angels that I remember. I really want to make that archetype work. Yeah, the Spider Ghoul deck is going to be good in the meta and the ladder, I feel. Yeah, it probably will be. I think there are some cards that are already really good, and like Fear of Missing Out is always going to be good. There's so many things that I think make Ghoul so good this time around, and Spiders definitely helped it. I think Spiders is trying to do its own thing though with the Riot and stuff, as opposed to like the Gruul Delirium. So I don't know if you can mix the two, but there might be something there. Does anyone know what happens when you cloak in MDFC considered the new transformation rules? I don't actually. That's a great idea though, or a great question. Archetypes of the set: Azorius, modified Demir, villains. Yeah, the villains. I was actually looking into the villains today, Andrew, and I almost put together a villains deck, but it wasn't quite enough Spider-Man cards. One more station land. Do the 61 card special. I don't know about that. I'm not a big fan of the 61 card special. You flip the front-facing side, so it's the creature, the cheaper side, probably. Yeah, I would imagine that's probably how it goes, but I can see both worlds where maybe it allows you to choose the side, but. Roman, what's going on? Jeez, my wife's in the garage right now, moving stuff around, and she hits this wall, and it's scaring me. It's like right here. What about the mana dorks to tap for mana and then web them? I thought about that, but I really like the idea of taxing with the Lightstall Inquisitor and just you know, keep hitting their hand and really making it hurt. Ramping's cool, but I don't really need a ramp if I'm playing everything for webbed and it's cheaper, you know. But I don't know. You can go both ways for sure, though. All right, here we go, guys. This time we're going first with pretty good hand. Again, no stationing spell or cards at all, which is a bummer because I get the Lightstall Inquisitor without the station. The absolute beautiful curve out you want is to, okay, there it is to get the Lightstall Inquisitor down on 1 and then get a station land immediately and web here. That of course is like the Disneyland curve. I haven't had that yet though. A red land though, it looks like we're up against another really fast opponent maybe. Oh wow, it's gonna be burn. All right, I'll station this. That might come in handy later, but at the same time they could play a hasty threat. Man, there's no way we're playing mono red, right? I hope not. I did play against Boros Burn earlier and it was literally just Boros Burn that everyone knows already. Ooh, spicy. A little bit of ramp. The world is my oyster here a little bit. I think I'm gonna attack and choose station and ramp. I think that's the move for me here. I think I do want to get the Weaver down as soon as possible, obviously, because I need to make sure I hit their hand for instant and sorcery speed magic. But for now, I think we ramp. More mana is always probably the best thing you can be doing. I do like that I potentially have a counterspell that works against this opponent. I've had the counterspell every matchup and it hasn't been good. In this particular instance, it would be good. Oh wow, they're trying to give haste to something. Wild Ride. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but is this a Vivi deck? I was just gonna say, there's no way, right? No, it is. It's a Vivi deck. Goodness. Say it ain't so. All right. We're in for 4. We're in for 4, and I think I want to bounce this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bounce this. Let's take a look at their hand. It's all instant and sorcery magic. What's the most annoying? Probably the sorcery stuff. The sorcery stuff's pretty annoying. Let's get this down. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I could get this back in and ramp again, but that just seems kind of weak. I think maybe I just get this down actually. And I would imagine they're going to pick a sorcery speed card here to send away. I don't know if I'm playing this one exactly correct, but try my best here to lock in. So we're up to 11, make this a full 12 so I can start ramping with that. Still have yet to get a Kona down in any of these games. I'm really hoping I can web it down, but I don't think it's going to happen in this one. All right, so their VV's down on the field, which is very scary. Very, very scary. Let's just start creating some tokens off of this. You know what? Should I do this first? How much? Tap this and tap a green. I add 3 green sources. It doesn't, I don't think it matters. We're gonna station this. We're gonna get it in for here. Okay, and now I can use the green mana to pump the field like we did prior and kind of go crazy. Do I want to station again? No, of course not. This can get through. All right, so now we basically just got to pray that VV doesn't go nuclear. I don't think they can based on the hand that I'm seeing here and what they've got going on. I've got their sorcery speed mana. Our sorcery speed cards taxed on mana. Perfect. So that costs 2 instead of the 1, which is very helpful. VV goes up though in power, which means more additional mana being used. Man, this deck is inevitable, huh? You're not going to escape this even if you get into an early access event. VV. I wonder when... I know the ban announcement's coming soon, and I know they said VV's going to go, right? Like... I wonder when that's going to happen. It's got to be shortly after the set release, right? Okay. So if I, let's say, tap this for the additional mana, it's only 3 additional mana. So I'm only getting 1 land here total because I'm tapping 2 lands to get the 3 mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite enough to pump everything twice. If I pump everything once, though, for 2/2 and Vigilance, is that enough to make the VV have to block? I don't know. I mean, do they want to block? No, they don't even want to block, right? Yeah, they're just sending it. Okay, so 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, am I right on that? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, GG's. GG's, VV. All right, well, they got in over their head on that one. They definitely should not have attacked in there. But if worst case scenario, I could have just played Elspeth there, minus and taken out the VV. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool. I still haven't quite got the god curve into the coma that I really am looking for, but we're doing well. I mean, yeah, 5-2 right now. That was 6 minutes. All right, dishonor on the guy's cow for sure. On this guy's cow. November 10th is the ban window, I think. So we get another month or 2 of VV. Oh man, I thought VV was donezo after like the set release on like the first Friday or something. I don't know why I thought that, but modified is normally always good except in Tarkir, Dragonstorm, because of Mardu. Mobilize is so broken. I don't have any wild cards to test it, so leave it to you guys to try it out. Something to Anafar. Where's your previous message? I might be overthinking here. Would be nice. Oh yeah, the MDFC thing. Gotcha. Much shame bringing VV deck to an early access event. Dude, you'd be surprised what I've seen earlier today. I saw somebody playing Pure Simulacrum. I mean, they added in like the camera, but it was like Pure Simulacrum. And then somebody was running Boros Burn. I don't think I've seen 1 new card in the Boros Burn. I literally died to like 2 lightning helixes, 2 bolt waves, a couple shocks, and a lightning strike. It was really frustrating. It's just weird. I don't know why you'd want. I just don't know why people would want to do that. Like, I'm so excited to try the new stuff. Content creators who have access to new cards and play VV Cauldron with like 1 or 2 card swaps should be put in the blacklist. I mean, it's good to know whether or not your deck can kind of at least compete with like competitive things though. So I guess there's that going for it. Yeah, November 10th is the bans. Saw it as well. GG for putting the VV attraction belongs. It's too funny. If Vivi is going to get banned, we should use wild cards on it because we should get them back, right? Yeah, I believe you're going to get the wild cards back, but I don't know if it's guaranteed Vivi's going. I think it is, but I don't know. So don't take my word for it. Would Droneth work in this deck as a copy the tax mechanic? Which card are we talking about? Oh, I want to play this card so bad. Whenever a creature had a spell. Yeah, so if you were to like basically cast with the enwebbing cost, this would be technically still 3, even though you cast it for 1. So yeah, you can get tricky with that for sure. I already kind of started building one of those decks, and then I stopped because I just kind of didn't know where to go with it. It's right here. I didn't really know where to go with it. But I was like, man, maybe we can get this card and maybe even cheat some counters onto it, so that way it gets bigger in an unnatural way and we can play bigger things to copy. And I was really hoping to get this guy in and copy him because this says it copies and the legendary doesn't matter, and this guy could have got really wide with some of these tokens. And it also opens the door for this really fun card too that I really wanted to play, where you can also copy another legendary creature and it wouldn't matter if it's a copy or not. So I really wanted to play this. I put it together. It just, the more and more I kept looking at it, I'm like, there's no way this is going to be consistent enough to work. So we put that one in the bin, unfortunately. But super cool card though. I really want to play that card. I think it's fascinating. I hope Cauldron gets banned. Me too. Me too. So I can craft for other formats and get the wild cards back. Swayze doing it right. He has older cards, but the web mechanic is the synergy of the deck and is trying to make it work. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. It's hard though, like I said too. I give a little bit more grace too to the to this set in particular because the set is so much smaller. It feels like than other sets. There's not a bigger card pool to choose from, so it's kind of hard to cram a ton of new cards into stuff. But anyways, let's lock in here. We're up against MTG Goldfish again. Going first, hand is, it's okay. I don't have, dude, this card's killing me because I really envisioned a world where I could get it tapped with the station like every time, and that's not happening. That's not happening. I might get a station land off the top though. I might get lucky. I mean, let's just put it this way. The Lightstall Inquisitor is giving me a lot of reasons why I should have picked Llanowar Elves. It is giving me every reason right now. It's pretty close to losing its job, let's put it that way. All right, Dark Confidant is a scary card. Is there any 3-mana spell I want to play here? I guess I do want to have this open, right? Let's just create this for blue, or no, probably white. We'll pay the 2 life, and then this way we can hold a counter spell open. Let's see what we hit from their hand. Dude, this hand would be nuts if I could just tap one of these guys. Watery Grave goes. Dark Confidant. Oh, I don't like that guy. This guy hurts a lot. It gets pumped up and deals damage straight to your face a lot of the times. Can it go anywhere, actually? No, just my face. They're getting hurt by that Confidant pretty bad already, though. Oh, you're kidding me. Yeah, we might be cooked here, guys. All right. And Bitter Triumph. They play it after the fact of me dealing the damage. They're trying to reanimate that to swap with me. Yeah, I'm going to wait to counter the swap. I was going to counter the Bitter Triumph here, but I actually think I want to counter the swap here. See, it's always important that you get caught with some crazy nonsense early on. That way you can learn from your mistakes, which I definitely have learned from my mistakes. And we will be countering the swap here, which is going to be the Zombify. Maybe. Okay, that's not Zombify. No, you're keeping that. I need you to keep getting dealt damage here, my friend. Okay, well, here's the deal. If I play out, oh man, if I play out the 2-drop here, which I really want to do, I won't have any mana to counter because I can't tap anything. Lightstall Inquisitor is really me off right now. All right. Taking damage for their land is crazy work. All right. Definitely countering that. I guess because they were obviously trying to swap life with me. That's why they did it. That makes total sense. But I'm just like, man, that's risky. That's risky when I got mana open, you know? I'm still not going to win this one. I'm so far behind on lands here. And it's just, we're not hitting. We are not hitting right now. I'm definitely not going to offer the trade anymore on the Confidant. I want them to keep taking damage from their own stuff, so let's see what happens. It's a land, darn it. It's a Zombify, right? They got another one? They always have another one. Swapping life with me at this point, though, doesn't make that much of a difference. Now it does. They for sure are swapping life with me. They took damage there. Okay, yep. It's over. It's over. They go to 11, I go to 1. I mean, I can chump block these guys, which is good, but unlucky, man. Unlucky. I think we make one more adjustment to the deck. One more, and that adjustment is going to be adding in more station with our searchable artifact. I think that's going to be important here. I might have to cut back on some stuff, but alrighty, GG's. Man, we had it, but station lands are becoming my biggest enemy right now. Or, I mean, like I said, you could always switch to, you know, Llanowar Elves too, but... Alright. That was game number 6, and that was, what, 4 minutes? Alright. I think we have time for one more game with this deck. 17... 12... 18... No, we don't have time. I do want to play one more, though. Hold on. I'm going to play one more with this deck and see if I can just get a good, like a really good game and get the Kona out, man. I really want to get the Kona out. So we're going to do this. We're going to... Can this search up legendary... Just creatures. Just creatures. Okay, so if I were to add more of these, though, I'd have to cut like here and here, I guess, to make sure that I hit this, which means I don't need another... Potentially, I don't need another stationing land, because now I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards that can station, right? Right? I mean, I feel like station, though, is quite literally everything for us. Let's try this one time. I want to see if I can get the Kona down. I want to play one more game and just see what happens with all the stations effects here and see if this is like any better. We'll see. We'll see. I may use this one in the video. I may not. I already recorded all the videos, all the games. But if this one turns out to be a banger and I get the Kona down and I do my thing, we might use this one. Who knows? I don't know. We're going to try, though. All right, we're going first. We do have the in-webbing here. We don't have any green sources, though. But we can go search up some stuff, which is nice. I think I keep. I'm scared, but I think I keep. If I don't find green, I'm going to be really upset. We should be able to find it, though. Already, though, I like this hand a lot more. It feels a lot cleaner. Like, it feels like... It feels like if we can get the stations popping off, it's going to be really, really good. Here we go. All right, another blue land. Looking for some green lands. Might as well, I don't have any. I guess copying this could be relevant. We've done that before with our Kona deck, and it's sometimes pretty relevant. All right. Not how I thought this was gonna go. Let's go search up a legendary spell here. We definitely want to go get Kona, I think. Because, I mean, we could get this though to start taxing. I'm just afraid we're not going to get a green land. If we don't get a green land, it's kind of irrelevant grabbing Kona, but guess we'll see. Actually cancel that. Let's just attack. Let's just attack, get some damage through. Come on, green land. And it's got to be an on-tap source right now because I'd like to try to either flip Sirius or play another one. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to play another one here. Fair enough. Okay. That's not terrible. Because we can do this. We can attack in with the 2-1. We can go ahead and... Actually, you know what? I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to station with this instead. It doesn't really matter. It's an 0-1. And then we'll end web. Okay, let's take a look at their hand. It is creature, land, instant speed. Okay, we're gonna go instant. And we're just gonna station up here so we can get this close to copying the Siema here. Yeah, I think that's the key, guys. I think you want to add more station stuff into this deck. It's already, like I said, it's feeling better. It's just unfortunately the fact that we have no green lands right now is kind of bad. All right, they're looking at my Yera, just trying to figure out how that goes. Put target creature card from the bottom of your on the bottom of its owner's library. You lose 2 life unless you control a villain. What a weird card. They're going to turn something into a 4/4 with no abilities tied to it, which, I mean, is not that bad. I can always just, you know, station it and get it back. Okay, Elspeth is good. It is good. I don't know, though. I don't know what to do without a green land. I really don't. If I attack with this, it's just a creature that flies, right? And then these get indestructibility. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're playing you. And we're gonna just station the new spider. Station the Yera here. And I don't think we're attacking. And we're gonna end the turn. SA, thank you so much. I will thank you right after this is over. All right, so they exile my graveyard. We lose a Sirius. That's not a big deal. Don't really care about that. Instant speed spell still costs more, so they're still gonna have to pay 4 for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So they may want to play this instead. I don't know. When did we get this tax? Power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Can't be blocked by creatures of power 2 or less. Oh, this is Sandman. Okay, I know that card. That's the Sandman card. Just waiting on the opponent here. I know it's a pretty tough turn, I think, for them to have to make here. They don't have much going on. They got a 2/2 in the hand, though. It says what? It mills. Enters return target villain card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. So they get this back, and then I can't really block it. Got it. Taking 5, I guess. Yeah, I figured. Okay. Not getting lands, guys. It is what it is. It is what it is. No lands means no victory. Let's start getting this out, I guess. can't really attack through all this nonsense, so let's just do this. And then it says other legendary creatures you control have indestructibility. So these guys would have indestructibility, but not the 2/1. This does fly. Might as well go over the top. I mean, it's very possible we still pull this one out, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I think we might actually win this one. We'll see. The opponent, though, is going to send this back to the bottom of my library. They're going to lose 2 life, right? Oh, no, they have a villain. But, okay, these are all villains. I was going to say I could blow up a villain before that happens. I could also counter and get back. Let's get this back. It's not bad. And that makes my get lost cheaper, too. Perfect. Could not have worked out any better. With powers 2 or less, I can't block with. So this essentially could just get through. All right, I wonder what they do here because that's pretty bold. I mean, yeah, I let it go through and then I win. Or actually, no, I don't win yet because they do have the Llanowar Elf, but that's still gonna get through. All right, and then we blow up this. 1, 2, yeah, we still win. Oh, we definitely win now. Jeez Louise. I guess it wasn't in our, it wasn't in the cards to get Coma out today. I mean, still some great games that we had early on. I'm not super happy. It's really strange. We've won a lot of games with the deck and it played really well, but I'm not super happy like with not pulling off the thing you want to pull off, you know? It's kind of like one of those things where I'm like, ugh, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. But I do think this is the much better version of the deck. I think this is the finalized list here. Looks really good. But anyways, SA, thank you so much for the 33 months, man. I really appreciate that so much. Stopping by to say hello to the mob. Have a great stream. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for the 33 months. That means a lot to me. I may revisit this one and try to pop off with it one time just so I can have it for the video. But that's for another time. We're going to play the other deck now. This is in webbing. Okay, we got the in-webbing deck done. This is the final verdict on it, guys. I'm feeling pretty confident about this. I do feel like we have plenty of station now that the Lightstall Inquisitor is not going to, you know, kill us. 3 mana decks were common in Final Fantasy and Tarkir and even EOE with landers involved. But what this set is fixing to be a great set are so different. What's up, Swayze? Texas, love the content. Oh, Swayze from Texas. Got it. I missed the from part. Thank you, Derek. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you enjoy the content, man. Holy cow, 260 something people you're saying? That's crazy. What's going on, Matt? How you doing? Pumped to see some spider cards tonight. This next deck's gonna be really interesting. We're gonna do some swap-aroos with our opponents. What's up, Swayze? What's going on, Dylan? How you doing? How are you? All right, let's check out the new deck before we hop in here. This is gonna be the next deck that we're playing, guys. I'm telling you, I have faith. I have faith in this one. That being said, I'm definitely updating the Swarm Reaver deck. All spiders and 1/1 Death Touch. Elspeth, yeah, Elspeth seems to be getting the win for us quite a bit tonight, Matt. Are we adding spiders to the Voja deck? Maybe. Not today, though. Yeah, villains are only from this set. Yep. I wish it was with outlaws. That'd be kind of cool. That would be pretty cool. All right, guys, here's the next list up on the playlist here. We're going to be basically going to find the Herald, return it to from the graveyard to the field. Basically let the opponent just beat us down and then swap it out and win the game. It's that simple, really. I'm thinking, though... Yeah, this should be good. I don't think there's any changes I want to make. I think we're just going to go for it. Let's just go for it. Man, what a fun day. What a fun day. Wait, did I switch the decks? Hold on. I didn't even know you could swap decks out like that. Oh, you can. Oh, so it stays with the same... Okay. It scared me. I didn't know you could swap decks halfway through an event. I thought you had to resign. Anywho. Watching from the Philippines, always solid content. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to you guys from around the world, man. I appreciate you being here. All right, guys, let's lock in. I'm gonna get the dub here. Let's get it. We got a really good hand too. Hold on, let me record. Yeah, this is a really good hand because I can drop off the Herald immediately too. This is awesome. Hopefully we don't get put under too much pressure here though, because our removal spell is a 3-drop. We don't have a Bitter Triumph at the moment. I love that, dude. We've already got all the pieces we need to make this work. Okay. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. Just got to find some reanimation now. The good news is the beatdown is fine. We kind of want them to beat us down, right? I kind of got to get myself in that mindset now that I'm thinking about it. I got to make sure I'm willing to take some damage because we want to flip it on the opponent, right? So it's okay that we get beat down here early. John, thank you so much. I'll thank you after this video. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Oh, they're doing what I did earlier. I just did a deck like this. All right, we're going to put this in the yard. That's kind of nice to have on the fly. Let's pay a life for this. And let's kill this guy. I don't want this guy out here. There's nothing in their yard yet that... Oh, they can steal from my yard though. Oh no. That's okay. I mean, I'll just have to go find another one, but that's annoying. They're gonna turn my angel into their creature. Oculus. I mean, I'm gonna have to kill it, right? There's no way I can let that stick around. I'll take 3 life, sure. All right. Drop this. Hopefully get a land. Okay, cool. We got a land. Which means what exactly? Am I gonna play my loner? Or actually, oh, sorry. Discard a card. I'm like, what's taking so long? Do we decline that? I think we, you know what? No. This can go. Oh, interesting. They discarded that, huh? All right, I'm gonna have to play this tapped. There's no reason to play it untapped and take damage here. I need to find my reanimation piece, man. I've got the ability to go search out next turn for my my life swap creature, and then I can drop it with the insight. But I need to find my reanimation. That's the last thing I'm missing here. The opponent's struggling to hit the land drops, though. That's good news for us. There it is. Okay, we've got everything we need. Exile their graveyard for sure. That's actually going to help a lot, I'm imagining. Discard you. That's it. We got all the pieces. Next turn, we can pull off the life swap and we'll be good to go. We don't even need to swap the life right now at the moment either. We're just going to pull back the angel and then let them beat us down to 0, and then we'll do the life swap. What's the opponent gonna do though? Like the Oculus is no longer coming down because there's not enough in the graveyard. Taking 2, sure. Did they miss a land drop again? I do feel bad. They're not hitting land drops whatsoever at the moment. Okay, so I'm realizing now on my first playthrough with this deck though, we do need to make sure we have 2 reanimation spells, right? Like, gotta make sure we have at least 2. But let's get the angel down. I mean, the Dawn is probably gonna get, let's be real, the Dawn's probably gonna get taken out, right? Like, what if they kill it with like a Bitter Triumph or something? We did see this. This is not gonna kill it. That's not good enough to kill it because they have no graveyard. Maybe we try. Let's see what happens. This could be a creature too pretty soon, which could avoid some of the nonsense that they might have, like target opponent sacrifices a creature of some sort. I do have this to protect it for a turn, which is kind of the whole idea. That's the one card I didn't want to see. I knew it too. I had a really weird feeling they were running it. That is quite literally the perfect answer. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Station land. Not helpful, but I do have indestructibility now. And they could make a big mistake here, guys. They could try to kill this in a traditional sense. And if they do, I've got this to protect it. And if that happens, I do a little swap next turn. I think I got it. I think I got it because we avoid this removal spell as well, because I can exile this card instead, which is why I wanted to get it stationed as fast as possible to avoid that. I don't see a way they get us here, guys. I really don't. All right, we allow it, and I'm thinking that they're pretty confident in the fact that they're going to get rid of the Herald here, but I genuinely don't see a way they get rid of the Herald. I've got it pretty much mapped out here with the restoration magic, so I'm gonna let it get through. We want to go below 0 here. That's the whole goal, right? Are we gonna do it first game? Are we gonna do it first game? Here comes the kill spell. We know the kill spell's coming. Assuredly the kill spell's coming. It's the Quag Feast. Okay. All right. We were prepared for either one. Either one. And, ladies and gentlemen, GG's, we got him. Boom! First try. First try, just saying. Let's go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That was fun. That was one of the cooler things I've seen all day. I'm glad we tried that. Let's go, dude. All right. That's how you start things off. That's how you start it off. I'm telling you guys, I don't think we're gonna have any issues with this deck at all finding what we need. I might be taking a victory lap a little too soon here, but I do feel like this deck is going to find what it needs. The only thing I think it's gonna struggle on consistently hitting when you need them for sure is the Zombifies and Rite of the Moth. But I mean, we've got ways to drop cards off every turn, which helps a lot, because if the loner's down and then we station it with whatever we have here, we can put whatever we want in the graveyard. We can go search up our legendary creature anytime we need it. I mean, there's so many ways to get the combo to happen, like in a very consistent manner, that I'm very excited that this is going to be pretty good. I love the combo kill. Thank you, man. Oh, real quick, I want to make sure I say thank you to John again. John, thank you so much for the $9, dude. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so very much for the support, and John, especially for the 10, man. I want to make sure we get the videos at the same time, so the timing's a little weird on that stuff, but I want you to know I appreciate you more than you know, man. That's a lot of money, and I'm very, very grateful. I want to make sure we show the love. If we could show love in the chat too, if people are doing stuff like that while we're recording, I really appreciate it. Just show as much love as you can, because I really, that means the world to me, John. No message I don't see on it, but do you have a message maybe? I don't see a message from John. I might be missing it though. Give me 2 seconds, guys, because my wife popped her head in here and she popped back out. So let me go see if she needs something, and then I'm gonna be right back, okay? All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I know it took a while. My apologies. Okay, where were we? Let's lock in. Let's get some games going. Anyways, thank you guys for being here, by the way, man, and still hanging out with me, man. I always get nervous leaving the room, like, oh, I'm gonna come back and everyone's gonna be gone. Appreciate you hanging out and being patient. Let's get it though, man. Let's do another game here. I read body language. Swayze got grounded by Mrs. Swayze. No, she just wanted to know what I was going to be doing for dinner because I'm getting off right, you know, after we probably finished this video, and they're all already eating. So she just wanted to make sure I'm good to go. I said, yeah, I'll cook up my gin ramen tonight. So I'm pretty excited for that, honestly. I get this ramen. So we go to this Korean barbecue spot around here. That's like our favorite place to go. I went there for my birthday yesterday. It's like I love it. And they have ramen there, and we asked the guy one time, we said, hey, where do you guys get your ramen? What is this? Like, and he told us it was gin ramen, and we can only get it off of like Amazon. And now I'm like obsessed. I make ramen so much now. Cook up some chicken, get a boiled egg. Ramen, baby. The early access is the reason I'll go to bed in the morning. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Spectral restitching in a simulacrum synthesizer deck. Spectral restitching. I don't know that one off the top of my head. I've actually already learned a lot of these cards' names and their counterpart names in Spider-Man, which is pretty cool. TSW, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that very, very much. I want to make sure, again, that I didn't miss a message from, just in case. All right, I think I'm all caught up. Love how unique all the decks are. I know they are so unique, aren't they? This set has been pretty fun, man. All right, let's lock in. Here we go. The opponent's going first. I don't know if I love this hand. I do have removal. I can drop this off. Even more removal, but I don't have... Yeah, I don't think I can keep that. This hand, a lot better. A lot better. I love these new lands, by the way. These passages are phenomenal because they activate the verges, which is so good. We need this to be red, though, so I have to choose black or red here, which does kind of stink because I need this to be white, but... I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Ah, we're playing Mayhem. Do we let this hit us, or do we just drop this off and hit him with one of these? I think I let him hit us. It's small, but it does connive. Obviously, dropping things off in the graveyard, not going to be too great for us. Hopefully, we get our Saga removal spell so we can exile their graveyard, but it's probably going to be too late for that. Once the ball gets rolling, it's kind of hard to stop. Ah, okay. Okay. Herald goes to the yard. All right, we need a white source. Really could use another white source. Is there any reason to... No, we leave this untapped. Okay. Pass the turn. We'll probably Bitter Triumph this away. I can afford to take some damage too, by the way. I mean, we got to get our life total to 0 anyways. Okay. I am going to pay 3. You're gone. No more card draw for you. Looking for a white source, guys. Come on. Oh, okay. I played this earlier. This card deals damage if you played something from exile. So not exactly what we thought it was. What do I drop, man? I'm going to draw another card. I mean, we might hit another land drop, but... Yeah, I mean, I love every card in my hand here. I'm going to have to send the land away. Yep, that's going to hurt. I knew it. All right, so I can protect this, which is good. What? Oh, man, I feel like I don't know what to think right now, man. What is this deck trying to accomplish exactly? I feels like they're trying to reanimate the niche with the new Spider-Man Demir card. I did that earlier today. I think it might have been getting around now. Interesting. Okay. I don't have a kill spell for that, unfortunately. 2 less to cast. Okay. Sure. There's the white source. There we go. Okay, so we're dropping what? Probably you, because I can replay you from the graveyard. That's helpful, actually. I mean, I could attack. Is there any way I can make this happen right now? I don't think so. All right, whatever. We'll do this. We'll get this in the hand. We'll tap this. We'll get another one of these in the yard. All right, we're gonna take some more damage here, but I think we're all set. If I can just get one more land to just ensure that my restoration magic is open to be able to get played, to protect my Herald, we're good to go. The combo's good, and then I just let them kill me, really. Let them get my life total down. That would be awesome. Okay, so this only gives everything mayhem, which means they have to go into the graveyard that turn, so they're not going to be able to get the niche back unless they reanimate it or something like that. Yeah, that works. I was going to say, they can't mayhem it back in, though, which is good, because it was only last turn. This is going to hurt, though. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't attack with a double strike vigilance creature. Okay, they're leaving it back. It has vigilance, though. They could have gotten value there. It all comes down to this. I mean, it really depends on whether or not I get a land, which we should, I feel like, get a land. Because we get to look at 2 cards, right? Because we got the insight. I'm really nervous, though, because this deck really thrives on taking my life total, you know, all the way down. Missed it. Okay, well, gosh. This puts me in such a tight spot here, man. Should I just swap with their life total now, then? I don't know, man. It feels like yes, maybe. If I swap with their life total right now and they go to 6, is there a way I can hurt myself a little bit more here? Not really, because I can make this flying and hit him for 5 and take him down to 1. That's kind of cool. I can't really afford to bring this back, though, because they're probably going to kill it with something. I'm sure they've got something. So I'm going to have to play out the Wither. I was hoping for a land to hold open to magic, but what can you do? We swap the life totals. We bring this in over the top. It's good enough. I'm definitely happy about it, but yeah, see, they've got a kill spell. I'm really glad we decided to go that route. Yep, because we would have lost for sure if I didn't. All right. That's tough, man. That's so tough. This game didn't exactly go perfect, but still, we got him down to 6. I can't fly over the top anymore, though, which is a bummer. I could still pull off the old switcheroo here if things go a little bit differently. Okay, so I could swap with them again to 3. Well, actually, yeah, because I can get this into the graveyard. I can reanimate it. Ooh, they take me down to 2. Am I dead here? Not yet. Almost. Almost dead. Oh, I am dead. Nice. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we just went a little too slow there. I mean, we're sitting on 4 lands right now. We went way too slow. Things didn't go together fast enough. GG's. That's okay. That one didn't feel as clean as the last one, that's for sure. Swayze, would the 5 mana one think it's live or die allow you to do anything better for this deck by getting it back on their turn at instant speed? Oh, the live or die instant speed reanimator spell. Possibly. I kind of like the cheaper spells, though, because the protection spell is kind of what makes this work out for us. because like we saw in the first game, restoration magic was kind of clutch in order to keep it alive for the one turn and then hit the life swap. Because what happens is a lot of people, they will try to kill you first, right? They'll try to get your life total down to like beyond the 0 point, and then they'll think that it's one big gotcha because they're like, okay, now I'm gonna kill your angel as a gotcha, and then you'll lose the game. So having the restoration angel, like, or the restoration magic, like to boom, like throw in their face, that's kind of where I'm at. Doing things at instant speed is still pretty good, but for 5 mana, it's kind of the same sort of thing. I don't know. I guess you can go either way, but I think I prefer the protection because, again, it's a little bit more of like a I got you where I want you and you don't even know it kind of thing. Just had a stupid idea that might work, like 10% chance in my mind. Hidetsugu final right, the End Stone and Harmless Offering, Kona Rescue, Beastie, would love to watch someone pull it off. I'm gonna go, that's a lot of cards. I know all of them, but I can't quite put together the idea in my head. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put it in my notes here. I just copy pasted that. I'll check that out later and see what you're talking about. Spectral is one of the that flickers artifacts or creatures. Oh, the restitching blinks all your artifacts. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that card looks really good. Chicken, boiled egg, and ramen is so good, right? It's the best, man. It's the best. That was still an awesome match. I know, that was fun. That was really fun. That was really cool. I'm surprised they were able to do that 18 damage in that one turn, man, even after the swap. They had a lot of draw power. Fleam makes me think of Rick and Morty. Remove the fleam. This is risky, but a fun gambit. Yeah, it is very risky because that's what's exciting about it is it feels like poker, right? I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of bluffing going on, and there feels like a lot of mind games going on because you're trying to let your opponent kill you and get you down past 0, which is the timing of it's tricky too because you got to get the angel out right in time where it's like, okay, they have lethal next turn, and then you got to hold that protection spell up. Sometimes you got to pick and choose when you're going to go for the swap versus, you know, trying to one-shot them. Here we go, guys. Let's get it. All right, I get to go first with a pretty dicey looking hand. I do have the ability to go search up one of the pieces here. I don't think that's keepable, right? I don't think so. That's better. That's a lot better. Here we go. Let the games begin. Ooh, that's spicy. A station land. Are they also doing the in webbing thing? We just got done doing that. Voice of Victory. Okay. And they station it for extra mana potentially. You know what? I like every card in my hand, but I have to throw something away, right? So I guess it's got to be one of these. I may regret that though. I may regret that. Let's go ahead and blow up the Voice of Victory. Too powerful. What else you got for me, man? I may want to actually consider not running so much removal and just let them do their thing. Because again, you know, the whole idea is like, let them deal damage to you, know? But it feels scary to just kind of let the damage go on a rampage. We'll drop this land. Got the Herald. Herald can go. This comes in for a white source. Enters tapped, and we'll play this. All right, it's getting spicy, guys. I have no way to station that, though. I threw away my one station land, which now I'm regretting. There it is. The Weaver. Okay, so the Weaver's gonna produce like artifact tokens whenever they cast a creature. Okay. All right, our opponent's playing cards that aren't even standard legal. Dang it. I knew this would happen too. So you guys probably won't understand this, but Wizards kind of messed up again. And I told my wife this the other day, how frustrating this was. But they allow cards from sets that are prior to standard in the event. And they in my opinion, I think it was just from pure laziness from not doing what they were supposed to do on the updates. But how do I explain this, man? The last set on EOE, there was standard rotated, and they were really late to setting up the early access event. And so they told us, hey, some of the cards are from the older sets are still available, even though they're going to rotate out. You guys are just going to have to work around it. And I ended up messing up and putting in lands that weren't even standard legal. I was trying to remember which ones were legal and not legal. But they still, if you go into the event again, have the last 4 or 5 sets that rotated out last set available to put into your decks. And I even told my wife too, I'm like, someone's going to either abuse that or not realize that they're there and put them in there by accident. And here we are. Ossification. Not a legal card. It's not a big deal. Ossification not that good. I mean, it's a good card. It's not that like detrimental to the game, I don't think. I guess we'll find out though. I need to find my reanimation piece though, otherwise we're cooked. No damage being taken here. I love that. I do love that. Okay. Don't need that anymore, right? Yeah, I don't need that anymore. Bummer. I mean, I can keep digging as much as I need to, though, which is nice. I'm gonna keep the land, though, so I can have an option for discarding. I have noticed, though, we kind of run out of juice pretty fast here, trying to set up everything. We kind of run out of card advantage pretty quickly. It's the one thing I'm having trouble with right now. But, yeah, need to zombify ASAP. All right, they in-web for just a 3/3? Okay, that's fine. In-webbing for a 3/3 is fine. I gotta swap life totals here. Here we go. This is it. I get to draw 3 cards to try to find a reanimation. There it is. Perfect. So we get the life total swap, or you know what? I really don't think they're, well, they are running, they are running ossification. I was going to say, I don't think they have removal ready for us, but we did just see ossification, right? So there's that. So maybe I should just go straight for the life swap then. Let's do it. To it. Yeah, they've got something here. They've got instant speed magic. But I'm gonna get the life swap before they're able to get this off. Take action. All right, you are now the one at 4, my friend. Now I just got to find a way to get this attack through to finish the game off. It's got to be get lost or something, right? I mean, it feels like it is because it seemed like there was some sort of instant speed hold there, but was it because maybe they had the mana open to pump their field? I don't know. How much do they have here? They have 4 additional mana they can pump into here, so they're going to be able to pump twice. If they do that, they're going to have vigilance as well. Yeah, that's not good. We just beat a bunch of people with this card a bunch of times, so we're pretty familiar with how this works out. What are they doing though? Why are they tapping their creatures? Huh. I have no idea what they're doing and why they're doing it this way. I feel like if they had just pumped their field up a bunch of times, like they had it. Very strange tactics being taken here. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea what's happening right now. Okay. They're not getting any value from those bounces, are they? Yeah, they're not getting any value from those bounces. I'm very confused. Okay, so if I blow up this, okay, I'm gonna keep the kill spell. It has to be the kill spell, right? Has to be. Okay. Attack in, see what happens. This quite literally might have been this hands down was the weirdest experience I've ever had in an early access event. Okay, we'll take it, I guess. We'll take it. I don't blame them. I mean, new cards are definitely really complicated, but I'm very confused why they played the way they just did. But where are we at? Y'all have a good night. I'm turning in early. Jeremy, have a good rest of your night, man. Thanks for being here. Oh, you got an interview tomorrow? Good luck on the interview. The new early access system is so bad. I actually really like it. I think it's fine because I don't have to download a second client, because I don't know if you guys know the behind the scenes. You have to download a second client, get a username and password. You have to download it every single time new and delete the old one. It's a lot of work in the back end. This makes it a lot simpler. I literally didn't have to do anything. I didn't even need to get an email or nothing. I just woke up and it was there. I just hope that they update next time and take out the non-standard legal cards. Like, it's just, it can't be that hard. I can accept, but this time going. It is tricky though, man. I'll show you guys. Check this out. So this is what we got to deal with when when you're building the deck list. Check this out. It's kind of wild. So if you're building the deck list, this is what we have to do. You have to choose this early access event as like your. Oh, let me get out of this real fast. So you have to choose early access event right here, which is what we have as streamers. This is like the thing that we have that other people don't have access to, right? And if you go into this and you look at, oh, let me go back to this. What am I trying to do? Oh, this. Okay. So if you look at this, when you're in the format for early access, right here, you can see all the format legal sets, right? And this is where it gets clunky. As you can tell, what set is missing here, right? Spider-Man. Spider-Man's not even in here. The only way to find Spider-Man cards is to search them by name, or what I've been doing is I just go to not collected and all the Spider-Man cards are here. So that's how you find Spider-Man cards. But then if you want to make sure you're not accidentally running one of these 4 or 5 sets from the previous that are actually rotated out, you're going to have to make sure you go here and hit standard on your deck, just to make sure that all the cards highlighted that are illegal are just Spider-Man cards. If you don't, you might make the mistake and accidentally throw a standard or a non-standard legal card in there. It's just a little complicated is all. I think there's a lot of notes we can take and you know, pass along. Pretty wild. It was complicated. When I first started trying to figure it all out by myself, it was like, what is going on? Like, how am I gonna get my head around this? Sounds painstakingly long. I will say though, again, it's better. This way is much better, in my opinion, much better than previous early access events. I like the way they run this with the token and the event, but it's new, so there's a lot of bugs and a lot of fixes that I think need to happen to smooth it out. It's pretty crazy. All right, here we go. We got ourselves an interesting hand here. Unfortunately, another mulligan. I can't seem to get a good start where I don't have to take a mulligan, which is kind of hurting me pretty bad in a lot of these games. All right, here we go. I'm not feeling good about this one, guys. I'll be completely honest. That's not red, so I can't get this down. If I could have, that would have been really helpful. Ah, we're doing the exile stuff, okay. Yikes. All right, this is not gonna be our game. This one's tough. Probably should have gave it one more mulligan, but you know, that's how it be sometimes. I mean, I do have this coming down, and I mean, if it doesn't get interacted with, could have something here. Okay. That's good. We might be able to pull this out now. I'm feeling a little bit better now, because I thought for sure this would have gotten blown up by something, but there was no interaction, which means no kill spells in the hand currently. I just need to top deck some white sources here, like back to back. Preferably one that turns on red too for us. Exactly. That's exactly the card I was looking for. Thank you. That was pretty awesome of you to pull that out for me. And just like that, we're back. Just like that, the confidence just went way up. Oh, I love this card. I played this earlier today. Can't wait to show you guys that deck. Tactician is down. I have a kill spell for it. That's another white source, but I don't need it. I don't need it. Just need this. The only thing we're missing now is the Zombify, and we're good to go. Zombify for the win, baby. Because I have the protection spell and everything. Like, that went from like code red to... Okay, but that's still code red. Actually, this is still code red. That was pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Uh-oh. Well, this just went sideways. Oh, there we go. We're good. We're good. Maybe we're good, because the opponent could still steal my creatures, which I don't like that idea. I'm gonna take the damage. Man, this makes things so awkward. Oh my god, you made things awkward for me, man. Why do you gotta be weird like that? Alright. Pass the turn. They're gonna swap life totals with me, I guess? Yeah, sure. Oh, they're not. They're just gonna get back their creature. Makes sense. Okay. They got themselves a Shoot the Sheriff, which I can stop with my Restoration Magic if I want to. They've got 2 additional mana they can cast anything from exile with here. Man, what an awkward matchup. This card right here is just putting me in such a weird place. I don't know how to play around it, because they get a spell every time out of the graveyard. And I don't know how many times I'm going to be able to like stop that from stealing my things. Let's do this. All right, so we know they don't have another instant speed spell, because they could have answered that with their own Shoot the Sheriff again. So that's kind of nice. I may not even need to swap with them. I mean, I may want to actually swap with them here, just for one, so they can't get my creature. And 2, I can draw 5 cards, which is actually not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I mean, do we want to draw 5? I'm not opposed to it, man. I'm really not. Oh, wrong card. Let's do it. Let's draw 5 and swap life totals with them for now. Draw 6, I guess. Perfect. All right. Let's go starting town. These are all lands. Station. I mean, we're not going to station for any value, so let's just go over the top for 6. All right. I mean, it's not exactly how we intended on winning, but it's good enough. It works, right? If it works, do it. Day of Judgment, though, sweeps the field. I zombify back my... What? Or no, these actually have finality counters on them, right? Yeah, these are gone. They're sweeping the field, which is why they're swinging in here. Finality counters are actually good. That means my opponent can't steal them from me. But, you know, loner. I don't know. I genuinely just not sure how we can pull this. Oh, wait, what happened to their Day of Judgment? Did they not have that? Oh, they didn't have it. Oh, because they had it only because the Kavu was out there. Oh, I think they made a mistake. I think they made a big mistake there. I feel bad. They definitely made a mistake because I think they sent that like, oh, I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, they can get the same cards back. They're not gone forever. I thought they go away for, okay, that's cool. So if you get a Kavu down, then it just takes from the pile you previously had. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting for sure. All right, let's go ahead and zombify that back into the mix. Let's go search up our swap spell. And what else? Starting town? Why not? Let's go. Why not? Man, the battles today have just been super unconventionally weird. This is not something I expected to see. Let's just put it that way. All right, so the Quintoris is interesting because it's going to drain my life total and gain their life, which if I can pull off a swap at some point can be really funny. What is this? Once each turn you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast from exile. Holy cow. That's pretty gnarly. Only once a turn though? Yeah, once each turn. That's good. They don't have a kill spell in the exile, but that they keep touching the card like they've got something here. Look, guys, I don't have a lot of faith in this one. I'll keep it real. I don't have a ton of faith. They discover and they find a bandit's hall. Whenever you commit a crime, put a loot counter on this. Add 1 mana of any color. Remove 2 loot counters to draw a card. Day of Judgment. All right, without another reanimation piece here, we're probably dead. Probably. Okay, stealing some cards. I really hope they don't find a zombify off of me. Probably drop off a passage here. What are we waiting on? Oh, because this is instant speed and they can play it for 0. Got it. Okay. Man. Swapping life totals with them again seems okay, but it's not anything to write home about, man. I'm just not thinking that this is possible. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I do have the flyer though. Yeah, we'll swap life totals again. Sure. And then what? We fly over the top for the 5. Actually, why am I not swinging in here, right? I mean, this is going to gain them life, though, you know? Yeah, we probably should kill the Quintoris, man. It just gains them life. It's too much value for them. I got to get rid of it. I really hope that's not a zombify. What? That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I didn't realize they could play that at flash speed there. Wait, why could they play that at flash speed? That's weird. Huh. Okay. I mean, they get flash speed Herald. Oh, it's a flash card. It's a flash card. Duh. I don't play it for its full cost, so obviously I forgot about that. It's a flash card. I thought they could get it for flash speed because it was just some sort of taxing on this or whatever, a discount, I should say. The card actually has flash on it, ya bozo. All right, that'll do it. Pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, Could this have been a more perfect matchup for our opponent though with the persistence? These are just eating me up, man. Stealing my cards, reanimating my creatures. Not ideal. Not ideal, man. All right, I do think I have to go to the drawing board one more time for this one. I think I need to dial it in again. I need to figure out a way to get this, you know, some more card advantage potentially. I'm gonna go take a look at our Abzan list we posted a few days ago because that was really good. Oh, hold on. You're saying there's a chance, man. We keep getting zombifies and stuff. That's really good. But if I swap the life totals with them, it doesn't matter if this is still on the field, right? So how annoyed must he be right now with me swapping life totals over and over and over again? I mean, we're not gonna, here's the thing, we're not gonna win the game though, because unless I zombify back the Herald, what's gonna end up happening? Oh, there's 2 Heralds in the yard, never mind. I was gonna say they're just gonna bring back the Herald and then I can't win anyways. There's no point. I mean, this is just gonna, I'm dragging this on way longer than it needs to go on, man. There's nothing I can do. If I bring back the life swap, I get 25, they get 6. I'm just prolonging the inevitable because then they just reanimate both of my Heralds. I can't win, and then I'm stuck here again until I find another Zombify. A lot of roundabout there. I feel like they were just perpetually in a situation that I just couldn't get out of. I am going to tweak this deck, though. I got to do a little bit more building around this one. I feel like finding the reanimation has been pretty tricky. And that's been causing me some headaches. I don't think I need as many of these as I thought I did because I do have the ability to obviously get them in the yard really early. I may cut these both down to like 2 and then focus more on like reanimation and maybe some card draw. But I am going to work on that in a little while on my own time. I got a few more hours before this ends. I'm going to go cook myself some ramen and eat some dinner, but let me catch up with you guys real fast while we're here. Experiments in space. Jim is up to some weird stuff with this one. Yeah, right? He's been up to some weird stuff all day, though. I feel like me and him have played like 6 times. And I've done pretty well against him all day, too, which I'm very proud of myself because he's a really good player. What about Live or Die? Yeah, reanimate instant speed. Yeah, we talked about that one. Made it to another live. Hey there, Swayze. What's up? How you doing, Tree? Yeah, could be Brendan. Doesn't need to be one or the other. Swap out Ride of the Moth for Live or Die. You think so? I mean, it's possible that that's the play. But here's the thing, though, right? We need, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, let's say we instant speed in the Herald, right? Let's say we instant speed the Herald in. I guess that would be pretty good if you instant speed the Wither, but the Herald, we swap it in an instant speed as the opponent is what? Dealing lethal to us? But even then, that's combat, right? They should, I mean, it's possible. I can see some scenarios where that works out. I'm thinking of the worst case scenarios of like, if we get this in at instant speed, it doesn't really help us because then we need the opponent to then take another turn to get us down to 0 before we make the swap. Because the whole point is trying to get our life total down to 0. Maybe there's some sort of self-destructing I can do on my part. Maybe like dealing damage to myself of some sort, like that can like, help me out with that. Is there a card that deals damage to myself that can like wipe me out immediately? Like something that can hurt me that I can like then swap? I don't know. I just feel like we lean a little bit too much on the opponent dealing damage to us and getting us past the 0 mark. You know what I mean? Bro, I hope you read that. I would seriously boost the dynamic of this deck. You think so? I don't know. Maybe. I'll consider it. I'll try it. I remember watching an episode of Life Swap years ago. It was a terribly draining. I remember I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, we've talked about that. I thought they were tapped out. Herald has flash. Yeah, we saw that. I know. Sorry. Smallest tweak to make the biggest impact. Very true. It's a very small tweak to make. Yeah, small tweaks do make huge impacts. All right. It seems like everybody's yelling at me to put Ride of the Moth in here and take a Ride of the Moth out for Live or Die. I mean, we could try. Pure Nation and Kona for this deck list. Dude, Pure Nation and making this Abzan would actually go so hard. Pure Nation could go so hard. Hold on, man. Hold on. We might have to go Abzan. Swayze to fix this. Swayze, the fix for this is in the chat. The reason I wasn't reading chat, Shadow, by the way, sorry, Shadow, you might have got here a little late. I was recording at the same time. So I'm trying to make sure I record and treat it like a video, which is why I wasn't talking to chat, which is why now I'm catching up. Cecil, Painlands. Yeah, Painlands, I know. Cecil. Oh yeah, Cecil is the one that deals damage. One mana creature. Cards like 0 Point Ballad. Enough trees. Good luck dialing it in. Looking forward to see your list. Enjoy dinner. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think the Purination is actually pretty insane because I could actually end up taking out the Restoration magic altogether for the Purination. But here's the deal. If I Purination, the opponent's just going to concede, right? Wouldn't hypothetically the opponent just concede and then the game's over and we don't even get to do the swap in general? Because if I Purination back to Herald, they're just gonna be like, I can't win, and then they just quit, right? But then maybe they try to go to a decking situation with me. I don't know. Go eat first. Yeah, we're gonna go eat first. I'm just thinking right now, a 0 Point Ballad. Let me see. 0 Point Ballad. Destroy all creatures with toughness X or less. You lose X life. That's pretty good. Return a creature card put into the graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. That's a good idea. If this deals damage to me though, and I blow up, let's say my Herald, because the idea is I want to try to get myself to 0, right? How do I confidently get myself to 0 or under, you know, lethal without losing the Herald? You know what I mean? I've got to be able to give it indestructibility. Maybe I could give it indestructibility and then throw this down, but I don't know. Insatiable Avarice. Dark Confidant is great for card draw. Damages you. Yeah, that's true. I think Dark Confidant's a really good option too, because I do need more card advantage. You legit spend as much life as you have mana. Swayze, self-destruct may work to deal the last bit of damage. Ballad is valid. No, Ballad is valid, guys. I agree with you. I think the Ballad is not bad. Here's my problem with it, right? So we have to hit 0 with a Herald on the field. You know what I'm saying? So destroy all creatures with toughness X or less. I'd only be able to go up to 5, because if I go to 6 or higher on this card and I lose the Herald, it goes to the graveyard and then we get to return it, which means I'm dead. I'd lose the game. So unless I can give Herald indestructibility on top of it, the most I can go up to with this card is 5. And dealing 5 to myself, it's okay. I mean, but I'm looking for like I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work, because a lot of times I'm gonna have more than 5 life. It's not gonna be a one-shot sort of play, you know? Dark Knight's Great Sword, Cursed Recording to double it. See, but that's getting into too many steps. Unholy Annex, you're right. That could draw me some cards and deal me some damage for sure. That actually might be the play. I like the Annex idea because it deals damage to me passively over time. Like I could play out the Herald, and then I can just keep sitting there and drawing cards and taking damage until I'm dead. That's not bad. I don't actually have to interact with the board. Last Ride. Yeah, that would be super mana intensive. You're right. Resto Magic plus Herald. Exactly. All that stuff. I'm trying to cut out as many, you know, cut out as much fluff as possible. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you all for being here. It's already 7:30, so I do have to go eat, and I got to get back to trying to get this last video done for you guys. But it is looking like this will be the last one for me, so there'll probably be a total of 5 videos coming out this week. So be on the lookout for that. We'll probably make Sunday will probably be the one day that there won't be a video. And I'm going out of town for the weekend, so I won't be able to like stream or anything. I wish I could, but with nothing really going on outside of editing the rest of this week, there might be a stream on Friday, maybe Friday morning or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it, but I hope to see you guys soon, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know it was not as long as most people would like, but I like to get in here later anyway, so I make sure my decks are a little bit more dialed. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one, and then we'll see you tomorrow with a video with some new stuff you haven't seen yet, hopefully. Or maybe this one. Maybe I'll get this one dialed and we'll make this the video. Where's my music? Hold on. It didn't oh, I'm muted. There we go. Let's try this again. See you later, guys. Cheers. I'm gonna go eat some ramen, and I'm gonna have some fun. Peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Switcheroo, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah, it's got some cheddar. Talking real crazy if you think that you better. You got full control and he ain't gonna let her. Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Switcheroo, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, all of the time. Yeah, all of the time. Yeah, all of the time.